Hello everybody! It is week 13 and I am in my car. Or I like to call it my truck, even though my brother says it's an SUV. Which it is, but it's also a truck. I don't know. I'm down in Tennessee hanging out with some friends. I'm about to go into a coffee shop to edit this video actually after I've done taking it. So I have Wi-Fi and it's really good. I love stealing Wi-Fi. Okay, anyway, so this week, again, I'm working like 8 hours a day with some freelance work. So I didn't get a ton done on my studio, but I got a few things done. So I got my cabinets up. So the cabinets above my workbench, I got those up and installed and did some organizing. Like after I got those up and cleaned them off, I was like, man, this is great. I'm gonna like clean my stuff and like organize it. So I did some like organizing and stuff and putting a few things away to places where they need to be, trying to find new places where things are gonna live, where the forever home's gonna be in the studio. So yeah, it was really good. So I did some cleaning, and then I ended up doing like some sewing projects. So I had this huge sewing pile full of like all these clothes that I bought that didn't fit me right, or I was like, I need to add a pocket to it, or I want to do something cool with this. And so I had this huge sewing pile of clothes and odds and ends of things that like people are like, hey Elizabeth, can you sew this for me? And I've had it for like 2 years. I'm like, I'm not sewing it yet. So like I mean, like, so that's my goal. I want to like finish my sewing pile at some point. So like I'm like pulling stuff out of my sewing pile, like, all right, what can I do to fix what? It's like, oh, actually this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna do this one. So I got some sewing stuff done. And then yeah, cleaned, vacuumed, swept, organized, all that good stuff. And also like I have this pair of shoes that I sewed. Which is kind of interesting. It's like I just made a shoe pattern and cut leather out and sewed it to another pair of shoes. So they're kind of interesting. I still need to figure out if I like them or not. I'm not sure how I feel about them. And like the shoes are a little big for my feet too. They're like kind of like clug around shoes, just a clug around the house. I don't know. Yeah, and then also I had quite an adventure this week. So our creek goes across our driveway, and so we have this thing that happens several times a year where it rains a lot and the creek floods, and then we can't get across. So like if you're in a car, there's times when you just definitely cannot cross in a car. You have to park the car on the other side of the creek so you can actually like cross it with a bigger vehicle to get in your car and go to town or something like that. And then there's other times where we park like our trucks on the other side and have to use, oh, there's a trash truck coming by, hello, and use the tractor to get across the creek because it's so high that we can't even get a vehicle across it. So this week I was like heading off to my neighbor's to work on my handrail for my stairway, my stairs. And so I left in the morning and it was raining a lot that morning. And I was like, you know what? Just in case, I'm going to bring my computer with me because you never know. I can get flooded out. Even driving my truck. I was driving my truck there. I was like, you know, it could get high. So I was like, I'm going to bring my computer and my work with me just in case because I have a lot of work I need to get done today for sure. And so I tutted around. I got over to my neighbor's. We worked on that for a while. And then I was going to go over to his mother's and have some coffee. I was like, yeah, you know, I told her I was going to do that and I've never done it. So I was like, I'm over here, I'm going to have some coffee. And so I left. I probably was at his place for a good 40 minutes and I was looking around and it's kind of stopped raining, but I was like looking in like all the little springs and like creeks around the area while heading over to her house, and they were like full of like brown water, like rushing. And I'm like, I have a feeling if I don't head home now, I'm going to get flooded out. I was like, let's go get coffee real fast. It'll be fine. So I zipped over to there. I got some coffee. And one of her daughters was making some muffins, banana chocolate muffins. I was like, I guess I can stay for those. An hour later, I'm like finishing up my muffin. I'm like, I need to get on the road because I need to hurry up because I might get flooded out. So I left. And I headed over back home. And lo and behold, I was like watching the creek like the whole way there because the road kind of follows our creek. And I was like, that looks pretty high. That water is very brown. It's going really fast. I have a feeling I'm flooded out. And so I finally got to the driveway and I was looking at it. I was like, I don't think I'm going to be crossing that. I'm not going to risk it. And my dad just had the bridge redone. It's a low reservoir bridge. So if the water's low, you can cross it. And if it's high, there's a little bit of water, you can still cross it. But he redid it. So like I'm not used to judging the water with the new bridge, and it was like way more spread out, but I really couldn't tell how deep it was, and I wasn't willing to test it out. And I was like, I think I'm just gonna go to my neighbors and hang out there for the day. So I did, and it kept raining all day. Like it kept raining, and it was hard rain. I'm like, it's not gonna go down, because usually like if it rains a lot and it stops, it'll go down in a few hours and you can cross. But like, not that day. It just kept raining and raining and raining. I was like, gosh, good thing I brought my computer. I would have been screwed. So yeah, that was quite an adventure of a day, but at least I got some of my handrail done, and I had my computer with me to do some work, so that was kind of exciting. And then I ended up spending the night there, and the next morning it was finally low enough that I could cross. So quite an adventure of a week for sure. Oh, excuse me. Let me check, see what else did I have here. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's all on my list. So it's a short week, and you know what? Again, I got something done, and I got something to say on my blog. So yeah, it's been a crazy week, and like I'm still making art. It's just I'm being paid for it, so it's just not studio art. So I cannot complain. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, so you guys take care, and hopefully there'll be more exciting stuff on the next one. Okay, bye y'all.